What?
Oh my god. Oh my god, that was close. Mara. Oh no! What is that?
Oh my god, are you okay?
Mara, what channel is the stream on?
Mine!
Look at her blowhole. She has a fucking blowhole. What
she's
is that?
She's a glory hole on her head.
I can't do anything until the actual police get there.
So, like, what are you... Even I was like, what are you... so stupid. If you're a bigot, if you don't find this appealing.
Oh man, then I'm a fucking
what
bigot. I'm 100% because this is disgusting.
Right here. Proud bigot, right here.
I need to calm down. I think
Okay, I'm entertaining the chat.
I enjoyed King Shark. Found it cute and adorable.
Which are words you shouldn't be associating with King Shark. I'm sorry. I'm like literally messaging.
Oh. It lasted a little bit long. This stream went on a little too long for Mara's internet. Karen, oh my god, what is this? What happened? I've taken over somebody's studio, and you know what? I'm a little upset. I'm not upset. I'm not upset at all.
All right, well, I'm a little upset, but I'm not upset. I'm
not upset.
You rampant slag.
He listens to metal.
Oh, I really insulted him.
Yeah, you did that.
Fantastic Beast rhymes. Fantastic. Jesus, fuck! I can't talk right now. What do you think they do at the Ministry of Magic?
I'm just saying you're saying it's been a perfect system for 1,000 years.
It hasn't been a perfect system. That's why I'm telling you they have departments in place for anything that were to happen. There's like this place that's like a drive-through daiquiri place. I drove through it.
When she says drove through it, she means the actual drive-through, not the building.
They have like 20-ounce drinks and then 32 ounces. I was like, you know what? Give me the 32 ounce. It is huge.
That's what 32 ounces is. 32 ounces is like 4 glasses.
I didn't realize. Hi, I'm Jason.
Oh my god.
This is Momoa.
I imagine you did laugh way too hard and too long at this.
Mara is my ride or die. I love Mara. I absolutely love that intro.
Welcome everyone to another Talk Nerdy. So we're going to keep keeping this one relatively short, for the most part. But welcome everyone. I do have mead. I figure if I get to talk ranting about Rings of Power, then that will probably be the appropriate drink to take shots with. But anyway, for a chunk of this episode, podcast, whatever you want to fucking call it, we will be talking, I guess, Marvel news, basically. Marvel dropped some news recently, moving forward, such as a new Black Panther, who's been cast as Ghost Rider, as well as their upcoming schedule. Also, I guess cue laugh track. Kevin Feige has come out and said that they have plans through 2042 with no plans at all for any type of hard resets. So they're moving forward with everything. But welcome everyone. So,
hello.
Neither one of us have to get to bed, basically. I've actually been a little bit addicted to Pal World. So I might play a little bit of that tonight or tomorrow still offline. I'm trying to hold off doing any boss fights until I'm on stream.
Wait a second. Mara, are you playing Pal World?
I was gifted it. I'm in the Gronking server. So that's what I've been playing it through basically. So that I'm level 19. So
Are you drinking a Fanta Zero?
yeah, well, no, the Sunkissed one.
Oh my God! Look, Mara, I was drinking a Fanta Zero.
We match. Well, essentially in the color, we match.
I was drinking that throughout the entire stream.
So, oh, speaking
I
of
didn't
finished
know
building,
that Fanta made 0 sugar, and I was like, "Oh, hey, look at that!
I have
I'm gonna
to.
try it
Okay,
and see if it's any."
before you judge
Oh,
me,
good.
the big reason why I have to drink like 0 sugar now is because I like cut sugar down so drastically that it affects like like my skin and stuff if I have too much sugar at a time. Like I can't eat too many sweets like cakes or anything like too much of that, otherwise it shows.
Yeah.
So I drink like 0 sugar drinks or I'll things like that to kind of mitigate it basically. But I built
Yeah,
to answer your
I have.
question.
Oh my
So
gosh!
I
Yeah,
built.
I cut sugar out, so I have like I'll have a 0 sugar soda like maybe
Mhm.
once or twice a week, but I mostly drink like Gatorade, Gatorade Zero.
Yeah. Well, I drink like Powerade Zero, like whenever like it's hot out or whatever to get the. I'll drink Powerade Zero. So um, to
We're
answer your question,
twins.
yes, I did finish building my house. Actually, I don't know how many of you watch the Gronking on Dogs podcast, things like that, the Gronk Squad streams, but the Cream NATO didn't exactly destroy my shit, but he damaged my house and so forth. So I kind of had to rebuild and so forth. So yeah, but I'm progressing. But I am progressing. But anyway, chat. So basically, like you all know the drill. If you want to see me take shots, and I'll do it from the bottle. So super chats and get me drunk enough, I'll rant about Rings of Power.
Ooh.
So like, I don't care who I'm talking to. Basically, I had to educate my mom. Not well. She was asking me things about Lord of the Rings and so forth. So I was like basically kind of like educating her. And now it's gone like to a point with my family where it's like they don't bring up Peter Jackson around me, basically. So because I will rant about him too. Anyway, before I get into this, because we have to keep it short. Steph, let everybody know what you're all about.
You can come and hang out with me on my YouTube channel, My Nerdy Home, and follow me on YouTube or on Twitter and Instagram.
So,
I think I'm gonna do a Lego stream sometime this week because I'm building Gary's Hogwarts set, and it's bigger than I thought it would be. So I'm on the second section right now. This is what I have so far. I have the whole first section, but I'm starting the second section, and this is what I have so far. So I think I'm gonna do.
At some point, I'm going to be doing. I still have that Lego Stitch that I want to put together, but I want to wait until like I'm like reset up and everything, and I actually have the space to do it. But we said what?
Yeah,
50?
I thought because I mean, I guess I can go get the first section that I built up. I didn't think it was going to be this big, honestly. Let me go get the other one so you can see how big it is.
I think we said it's like what 50 for shots, basically. That we both take shots.
Yeah, that's up to you.
So yeah, $50, so we don't get too drunk on a stream. All right, but I'll drink it directly from the bottle. But anyway, chat. So I'm going to just bring up some stuff. So we don't get too drunk, basically, because there were like people that would like set it at like $2 super chats or whatever, and people just
Oh my god,
in the chat would just spam like $2 super chats, basically, just to get them like plastered on stream, and like I can't do that because I'm in school and so forth, and I got a lot of shit that I need to do, basically.
I can get plastered.
Oh, she can get plastered, yeah, but me, I got to be the responsible one, basically, of us two, because I went back to school and everything, so I'm not against drinking. I just have to basically watch how much I do drink. So, there it is. That is big. That's big.
This is one side of it that I built.
Welcome everyone again.
See, this is one side. I don't know how I'm gonna take it back to Gary's house. Honestly,
You're gonna have
But
to take it
I-
like piecemeal, basically. Like basically
I think
just,
so because this
yeah.
is one piece. This is one side.
like build each piece and then put that all together like at his place, basically.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Honestly, because this tower, it's like so wibbly. Well, what is it attached to? I don't even know.
Whenever I have my
probably
new
shouldn't have
setup,
picked it up
Mikhail,
again.
I have like one of those green screens I was gifted, basically, that kind of attaches to the back of the seat. So I have like plans basically to have like, interesting backgrounds for me, basically, so you don't see everything. But yeah, like, like there's nothing I can hide in this fucking room that you can't see, pretty much. Anyway, but let's just go over real fast. Where's StreamYard? I can't. What Kevin Feige said, basically. So I haven't followed really much of anything Marvel. I should say watch anything of Marvel since probably the last movie I actually watched was Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Yeah, they fell down, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... 4 posters aren't missing. 2 are missing. There were 2 of the Indiana Jones posters. I'm going to get frames for my posters. That way they look nicer on the wall. But they didn't... Not 4, just 2 fell out. Yeah, and that was 2017, so it's been a while. Well, if it becomes your signature, it becomes your signature. Like, that's what people know. Anyway, so like I said, I haven't followed it, but according to Kevin Feige, Marvel Studios is setting a course for 2042 without a hard reset, basically. So it's basically from what I can gather, no real course correction. They have a course and they're sticking with it, according to Kevin Feige, through 2042. You know what I need? I need the clip from Dodgeball with Pepper Brooks and Pepper and Cotton, basically the commentators from Dodgeball, and Pepper saying, that's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for them, basically. So we need that clip from Marvel now, because that's what it feels like. It's a bold move. Well, it's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Well, I think it's really ridiculous that there's not going to be a hard reset. There should be a hard reset for Marvel. There really should be a hard reset. Because without one, they're just kind of being like, oh, we're still going to move forward with these characters, even though we know that you guys don't like them. And if in Doomsday, which is pretty much what is bound to happen, they do kill off those characters, including the ones that we don't like.
Mm-hmm.
That's just going to give false hope because they're just going to bring them back in Secret Wars. Secret Wars, is that the one that's...
Yeah, I think that's up. I have stuff bookmarked. I gotta look at it real fast.
They're bringing them back because they're all coming back for Battle World or whatever.
Yeah,
so
Avengers
it's
Secret
kind
World,
of like
Secret Wars 2027.
But I love the fact that Spaceballs is making fun of them.
I saw not like Spaceballs. I love the fact that Spaceballs is not only making fun of them, but also, did you see the timeline of Spaceballs put out where it's like Spaceballs, the Snyder Cut or something like that, basically?
Look, share my screen.
Oh, I got her with us.
There's Spaceballs, the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
But yes, it's like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3.
Yeah.
And you have phase 5. Look at all this. Phase 6 is just a whole bunch of things intercepting. Spaceballs, the musical for phase 7. Phase 8, we give up. Phase 9, good luck. But yes, down here on phase 9 is
it's the Snyder Cut.
The Snyder Cut.
You know what? I have more faith in the phases for Spaceballs than I do for Marvel right now. I'm cautiously
all of these
optimistic
happen at
when
the
it
same
comes
time.
to the Spaceballs 2. I'm cautiously optimistic. We'll see, basically. But I have more faith in Spaceballs than I do in the Marvel Cinematic Universe at this point.
Oh my gosh, I didn't notice this Schwartz Avatar, but it's Schwartz.
Schwartz Atar. What's the one the red in the wet red letter? I see. That's we're under
Colossal Sanders.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Colossal Sanders. I don't know what.
Yeah,
What the
Colossal
rest says,
Sanders.
though.
Okay. Oh, I
Dot
maybe
matrix.
trying to remember. I know the Sanders. I know that they like the joke was combing the desert like with the huge combs. I don't know if that's what it is.
I
But...
love that in phase 2, it's Dark Helmet Origins, a Spaceball story. Dark Helmet Origins 2, even younger. Dark Helmet Origins 3, the youngest. Probably Dark Helmet Origins, where it all began. That's so funny.
Well, we'll be getting into that. We'll be getting into the casting for Ghost Rider, basically, because like I said, a bit of Marvel news dropped recently. So,
2 space, 2 balls. These are so good.
Pizza the Hut. There
Pizza
it
the
is.
Hut. I don't know what that says. What is this one? Spaceballs the franchise. Oh yeah, that's right. Spaceballs the franchise menace up here. Spaceballs super duper secret wars.
Yeah, Josh Gad is the only thing that gives me pause, basically. But like I said, I mean, Rick Moranis is coming back, so at least I don't like. So I'm hoping that Josh Gad, at least, unlike certain other studios, doesn't do the whole bring the OG cast back just to kill them off kind of a thing. So we'll see. I'm not constantly optimistic about the humor because I think modern humor is really hit and miss. But like I said, right now we only have the slate of films through 2027, 2028 roughly for Marvel, but bold strategy with the course for 2042. That's like 16 years away. Most studios only have 5-year plans basically. It's do the 5-year plan, and then then they do the next 5 years, and then they do the next 5 years. To say you have a course set for through 2042 or for 2042, which is 16 years away now. Good luck, Feige. Because how old is he? Would he be retired then, or would he basically?
I have no idea. Saying setting a course for 2042 without a hard reset is just ugh. Just stop already. Just stop. You're cooked. You're not going to do a hard reset. Just stop. Where'd you go, Mara?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't know where she went. But
I didn't go anywhere. I'm eating.
Oh.
I finally got my food, so I didn't want to eat.
I don't know. There's just no hype. For me, there's no hype for Doomsday, let alone Marvel movies up until the year 2042. Marvel is really trying everything. They're bringing all of these characters back. They're bringing all of these actors back, and they pretty much tried to own Hall H, and they ended up pissing off a bunch of people. Did you see that? For Saturday, there were a lot of people that got wristbands. They waited out for hours, for 7 or 8 hours, just to get the wristbands for guaranteed seating in Hall H, and then they were denied entry because they were overbooked because there was seating for press and stuff, I think, and then for crowd seating, but the crowd seating was, or I don't know, they had they had reserve seating, and then they went over. I guess they gave out too many wristbands, so they weren't allowed in. And they had been waiting there.
People had been waiting hours.
Yeah, they were waiting there early in the morning just to get a seat, and they were guaranteed a seat. They had wristbands that said guaranteed a seat in Hall H, and they weren't allowed in. So, yeah, they were really pissed off about that. So that was, I wouldn't consider that a fumble. I think that that's a fumble on the people that are on the Comic-Con people.
Yeah,
that's a fumble on their part. That's not a Marvel fumble. But it is bad press, right? It's still bad press. because people are upset and they'll blame Marvel instead of blaming like the Comic-Con people.
See, the thing
So-
is with this comment, not trying to call you out, is that it's Spider-Man. Spider-Man is almost guaranteed to do well at the box
Well,
office.
Spider-Man is one of the top 3 most popular superheroes of all
Spider-Man-
time.
Yeah, Spider-Man
And-
is the face of Marvel. So when you have a Spider-Man movie, it's all like not. I'm not saying it's going to like make a huge profit at the box office, but it's not. It's never going to lose money. People love Spider-Man.
Well, he's one of the most popular superheroes of all time. But not only that, he got a great introduction into the MCU,
Mhm.
and it was something that people really wanted. They were clamoring for it, and so his introduction in, what was it? Oh my gosh,
Which one? Yeah, Tom Holland. It's
oh my god, what is it called? Captain America.
Oh, Civil War. That was his first.
Civil War.
introduction.
Thank you. I kept thinking Winter Soldier. It wasn't Winter Soldier.
Mm.
Civil War. He got a great introduction in Civil War. An outstanding introduction. And then he got a great first movie too. Second movie I didn't really like too much, but the third movie when they brought back the other 2 Spider-Men, people absolutely love that. I love seeing Tobey Maguire again and Andrew Garfield, and having Andrew Garfield save Tom Holland's MJ. Or whatever her name
I
is.
will give the third Spider-Man movie this. They
When he couldn't
found a way
save
to do the
Gwen, like
Spider-Man
that like made me tear up. Honestly, that made me tear up. So, and not to mention, like, this trailer looks incredible. This new trailer looks really, really good.
Yeah.
And it's a more grown up, a more mature Peter, and it's something that like I've been kind of wanting. So, I'm really interested in this one. But as far as the Avengers go, as far as Marvel the Avengers movie go, I'm not excited for it. Just simply for on the basis of I haven't really liked a lot of the Marvel movies that they've been putting out. Spider-Man aside, because that's Sony, right? That's Sony. Spider-Man aside, a lot of the Marvel stuff that they've been putting out, I haven't really liked it. Haven't liked it. All the Avengers movies have made over $1 billion. We're not even talking about box office. That's not even a conversation that we're having right now. We're not talking about box office at all. I'm talking about my enjoyment of the MCU so far in the past phases. Not even talking about box office. Not even touching box office, honestly, because I don't really talk about box office. I'm talking about like the anticipation that I have for this movie, based on all of the stuff that Marvel has been putting out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm talking about. I really don't care about box office. Yeah. Box office literally, like a lot of people can go to the movies, and pack it up and it can make $1 billion. But I mean, I can still.
Well, there have been plenty of movies that have made money, like Michael Bay's Transformers. Basically.
Transformers made money. Toy Story, the new Toy Story movie made $1 billion. It just reached $1 billion, and that was something that I didn't like. Moana 2 made $1 billion. That sucked. I didn't like that movie either. What's another movie that made $1 billion?
Oh, Stitch. Lilo
and Stitch. Oh my gosh, the live action Lilo and Stitch was fucking terrible. Yeah. And yeah, that made $1 billion.
I mean, Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. I think it made. I don't know if it made $1 billion, but it made a lot of money.
Oh, the Avatar movies. Massive drop. Yeah, the Avatar movies also reached $1 billion, and they've just become more and more mid of it as they've been going on. So I don't touch boxes. I don't really care. Box office can tell excitement, and Doomsday is selling out. Sure. Sure. I'm not gauging anybody else's excitement. I'm talking about myself. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what to say.
I don't know. I'm just moving. I'm talking
forward. About I could care less about other people. We're talking about us and our excitement and anticipation for this movie, plus, which there is none.
Yeah.
On my part.
We can't say just because it's selling out for like say opening weekend does not necessarily mean it's going to have the legs to actually make it to $1 billion basically. For one thing, ticket prices are also more expensive now than they were even back in 2012 when the first Avengers movie came out, basically.
And not to mention how much this movie cost. So
yeah, I'm saying
this movie costs a lot of money.
You always base it off the second weekend if it looks like it's going to have traction to even come close to making $1 billion. So that's where the excitement is basically. Like once the first weekend drops, basically, and then people see it, so then the word of mouth starts, and then you can really then you can basically start saying, okay, there's excitement there and we can see that it's going to make this or close to making this much money because of the
I guess I don't really care about box office, honestly.
I'm just saying, we can't say anything now just because, just because.
I think Mara talks more about box office than I do.
I'm just saying, just because it's selling out, just selling tickets now does not mean it's going to have the legs to make $1 billion. You have to take a lot of stuff into account, is what I'm saying. You can't just say, just one thing is going automatically cause a causation, cause and effect is going to make it.
Now, if we're talking about Spider-Man, Spider-Man is going to do a lot.
Yeah, like there's a Spider-Man. Basically Spider-Man sells.
Spider-Man is going to do a lot. I can see Spider-Man bringing in a ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that I'm interested. I already have my tickets to Spider-Man. I'm excited for that. Did I buy tickets to Doomsday? No. I'm waiting.
Well, like I said, I haven't watched a Marvel movie since Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Pretty much.
Oh, wow.
Let's see.
Yeah, I watched a lot of the Marvel stuff on Disney Plus, and it was awful. Oh my god, it was terrible.
Speaking of
a lot of people say that WandaVision is probably one of the best things, and
I didn't even finish WandaVision, and
it was I was like, what are you even watching? Because this is awful. Loki was terrible. Here's what I was looking forward to. I was actually looking forward to the Loki show because I love Tom Hiddleston as that character, and it was terrible. I didn't even watch season 2. And then I was really looking forward to Hawkeye because I love Jeremy Renner in that role of Hawkeye. And that one was, and then he gave you a spinoff of Echo, and I was just like, dude, this is terrible. It's not even on the level of the Netflix Marvel shows. This is on the level of the CW DC shows, the Arrowverse. That is the level of entertainment for those shows. And I watched a lot of Arrowverse. I was like, damn.
Oh, I know.
This is garbage.
You were the one basically who would, because I didn't. She did.
Yeah.
You watched all the Arrowverse stuff.
I loved the Arrowverse stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm a completionist. I'm going to finish it. That was rough. It was rough.
I think the last comic book show, really the only one I ever gave a chance, any type of chance to, was the Batwoman series, because Lethal wanted to review each episode, and I started watching season 2. Couldn't even finish that. We didn't even finish it. It was so fun. That was the last one. Remember that? It was the last one.
First season of The Flash is goated. Dude, the first season of The Flash, the first 2 seasons of Arrow, oh my gosh, is so good. So good. A lot of people didn't like the Olicity stuff. I'm a girl. I didn't mind it, but but at the same time, when you go to The Flash and then you have the whole "We Are the Flash," Barry, "We Are the Flash," Barry, I couldn't stand that shit. Oh my god,
we are the Flash.
No,
you're not. No, we're not. You are the Flash. No, we're not. Barry Allen
got the Knights. Trey, you legend. Oh my god. You legend.
More power to you, Trey.
I know. Yeah, I hated the way Arrow ended. I was so mad because they were doing a spinoff, so you didn't really get that conclusion that you want for that show because it was leading into fucking spinoff shows that never even happened, by the way, which makes me even more mad. The spinoff shows never happened, so you don't get that conclusion. And even Stephen Amell was like, yeah, I want to come back and do another season of Arrow or play that character again or something, because it feels unfinished, and it absolutely is. I can see where he would have that opinion because it does feel unfinished. I hate when shows end and they don't have a nice conclusion to them because they're leading into other shows. The Walking Dead did the exact same thing, and it pissed me off so much. You don't get a conclusion with these characters. No, you get 4 fucking spin-off shows that you have to go and watch. And I was so mad because I had put all that time into Walking Dead and I wanted to see them tie it up in a nice little bow, please, and thank you. And they didn't do that. They're like, you know what? Daryl's going to have a show. We're going to give Daryl a show. Negan, Negan's gonna have a show too with Maggie, and you know what? We're gonna have that Rick Grimes movie. I'm like, oh my god, just stop, please. The Rick Grimes in movie was, or show was good though. I did like that one.
Anyway, sorry, Chad. I had to go off camera because I was eating, and unless you wanted like a full on thought stream, basically, I had to go off camera. So I just, I'm going to be following this. I'm not planning on watching this the Doomsday movie. I'm not even really planning on watching the Spider-Man movie. Maybe at some point I will.
Oh.
Right now, I don't have any plans to watch the Spider-Man movie.
Breaks my heart. You should watch Spider-Man 3. I bet you'd like it.
Well, we'll see. Right now, I've got so much, not just in like the movie backlog, like show movie backlog, but gaming backlog. So,
you know what I've been watching all this week, Mara?
What?
You're gonna shame me.
I'm waiting.
So I've been watching some romantic comedies. Like, you got to be in the mood to watch those movies. Like
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I watched Pretty Woman and The Wedding Planner.
Okay, I'm not really going to judge you on Pretty Woman, but The fucking Wedding Planner.
It was in the mix. It was like the next one that was recommended. And so I was like, you know what? Netflix, I think I will watch that one. Yeah. So I watched that one. And then I watched two more. And I don't think that these were actually like really cute. I remember like my parents watching these other two. And my mom really liked it. And I couldn't remember the movie that much. So I was like, oh, yeah, I remember like sitting down and like watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember it. So I watched Father of the Bride and then Father of the Bride 2.
Which ones?
The Father of the Bride. What do you mean? Which one?
Well, you're talking about the Steve Martin ones? Because those are remakes.
Yeah.
Those are remakes. That's why I'm asking, because there was...
Oh, they're remakes?
Yeah, those are remakes. That's why I'm asking, like, which ones. Like, this is where coming, like, knowing me is, like, hopefully going to expand your culture. Because, like, there's at least one Father of the Bride, original Father of the Bride movie with Spencer Tracy. I don't know if that movie got a sequel, basically, but there was an original Father of the Bride with Spencer Tracy.
No, I watched the one with Martin Short in it, where he's like...
Okay, so those two, basically. So, basically, well, the first movie, at least, was a remake, basically, so...
Where he's playing like Froch, the wedding plan. I don't even know how to talk about
I don't even bother trying to do Martin Short's accent from that movie, basically. I kind of liked, I think my favorite part, two of my favorite parts was where like Steve Martin like bought that suit for the wedding and he thought it was black and people were like, no.
Oh yeah, people thought it was, or he thought it was black, but it was blue.
And you're like, no, that's dark blue.
Yeah.
And also that he had like sneakers specially made for his daughter because like that's the company that he managed.
Oh my gosh, those sneakers were so cute. I was like, that's the way to go
for his daughter to wear. Like
yeah, sneakers are the way. Oh my god, yeah, those shoes were so cool. I was like, dude, that's what I would do. Like, screw heels. Give me some high tops with cute little frills on it. I'll DIY myself a pair. That's so cute. Someone said, Steph, you don't like the Runaway Bride movie. I watched that movie too. Which one? Runaway Bride.
Oh, yeah, no.
It's another one where she's just like so afraid of like getting married. She's been engaged and she actually like goes through the wedding, but when she's walking down the aisle, she bails.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember. Like, I remember that from the trailer, basically, I remember one scene from the trailer where she bails and the kid's holding onto her train still.
Yeah.
She's dragging him.
That was funny. That was a funny movie. I like that. And I don't know. You know why? Because like we don't get those types of movies anymore. So I was like, oh, I'm in the mood to watch like something funny. Something that'll bring a little tear to my eye. So I started putting those movies on and I was just like, oh man, we just don't get these movies anymore. Like we don't get them. A romantic movie
it was
between
like,
a man and a woman.
Regardless of whether or not the movie itself was good, basically, it was just about telling a story. That's it. Like, it didn't, like, that's like basically the objectivity aside, basically. It was just about telling a story, pretty much. It was like all about the story. Where now, not every movie, basically, because we're starting to at least see a resurgence, not, I say resurgence, basically, but at least some coming in who are like, no, I just want to make a good movie. Like the Obsession movie, basically. Just like, just like movies like that. But for a while with Hollywood, it was message first, then movie plot.
Yeah, now even though like going back to Marvel, now even though we have these two characters, Steve and Peggy, right? And Steve goes back and stays with Peggy, and you're like, oh, he's getting his happy ending. That's cool. That's great. He's gonna have a baby. How cute. But then you have the actress, Haley Atwell. Here, let me share my screen. Saying this. And I was just like, are you kidding me? What's happening here? Let's listen.
What do these two look like in a domestic situation? What happens when you finally get the thing that your heart has always wanted and that you've always longed for? And we initially both were like, probably a crushing disappointment of like, now we have to be humans together and live side by side. And there's, the illusion of the trope of the kind of the happy ever after. It's like, well, what does that look like? And so I think that creates a backdrop for tension, because if everything was normal and fine, I think they would be incredibly bored as individuals. I don't think
not really. Just like, not really.
For too long. They both get restless and probably divorce by the end of the year.
Bro, what is she talking about? Are you kidding? I was like, you do realize that they're like from the 40s, aren't they? They're like from the 40s.
Yeah, well, like late 30s to like 40s, basically, because it was World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like anyway, back then, it wasn't all this modern, like, oh my God, I'm gonna get married and it's gonna be so boring, so I'll just divorce whenever I feel like unhappy or whatever in the situation, right? That's like a modern person getting married right now. Back then you wouldn't be restless in a marriage where you're sitting together and watching TV. You'd be perfectly happy, perfectly content, because you're going back. He has waited so long, and he found his chance, his opportunity. He's been hanging on to Peggy to where he was literally seeing her in a nursing home because she was fucking dying because she was old. He carried her. What do you call those things?
What things? I can't remember.
What do you call them? A casket. He carried her casket at her funeral. He loved this woman so much. And you're telling me that he went back in time. And then they're like, you know what? It's actually kind of boring. Marriage is kind of boring with this guy who has these old-fashioned values and her still in the past with those values. No.
Well, I think the whole point of him going back was to have that happy ending, basically. And like, it's the only thing I can see, like, I'm not defending this, basically, but the only thing I can maybe see from her point of view, basically, is like the whole living normal lives, basically. There might be at least a little bit of getting used to that, because you have Captain America, he's a super soldier, so he's not exactly like, normal. And then from her military career, basically, she has to go back to civilian life. So there might be that little bit of like,
But see, here's the thing.
But nothing that would like lead to divorce or anything like that. I'm saying like, that tension I can kind of understand. But when you have two people that love each other, as it's implied, that Cap loves her, she loves him, that's something that you can actually work through, basically. Yeah. Like you can work through that. So it's like the whole thing, like, it's like, probably like a disappointment. You're saying this before a movie comes out, basically, after Steve Rogers has gone back in time to live his happily ever after with you, and we're going to find out it was just a major disappointment.
It's super disappointing. It'll just lead to divorce. Like, what are you even talking about? That's not who these characters are. She literally, like, he's gone, he's done, he's dead, and she has a picture of him on her desk because she always remembers him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like when they go back in time in Endgame, he sees that picture on her desk. Like, they are so in love, and you're telling me like, oh, it's not enough. They're gonna get bored of this stationary life, sitting next to each other, watching movies, with their family. It's gonna be super boring. Are you kidding?
are you kidding me? After Cap like watched all of his friends die of old age around him or whatever, like you're telling me that he wouldn't give anything to go back in time and just have a life with her? Super happy
Yeah.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
so
as Jack
stupid of
pointed
him to
out,
say
it was
this.
super rare for divorce back
Yes, yes, thank you. And that's another thing. Back then, divorce was incredibly rare. It wasn't everybody was getting divorced, everybody and your mom getting divorced. It was actually like looked down upon. You
Mhm.
hid the fact that you were getting divorced because
Yeah.
people would gossip about you, like, "Oh my gosh, their marriage ended. Oh my goodness."
They even showed that in movies,
It was
basically, that
like
process,
let's
basically.
shun them. Like, how I can't believe they're getting divorced.
Yeah.
It was very rare back then. But she's talking about it as if like everybody was just getting divorced back then because they were super unhappy. Like, no, that's like now. That's
whenever it
now.
happened,
You
it
know,
was
you can
quiet,
like
basically.
one day wake up and be like, you know what? I don't want to be married anymore, and then just get a divorce, and people be like, "Oh, that's okay, sweetie."
You know what also made it super rare? What also made it super rare back then? Kind of speaking of Spencer Tracy, basically, it's. I'm not implying that it's changed anything in the Catholic religion, basically. But Spencer Tracy was Catholic. He and his wife were Catholic, basically, and so it was very much looked down upon from that perspective. If he and his wife got divorced, so he stayed in an unhappy marriage, basically, because of that. I'm not saying that as like a divorce should have been a thing back then. But I'm saying like that's part of the reason why also that it was very rare is because of the religious aspect for most people.
Oh my god, I'm getting upset.
So he didn't get. For him, he could not get divorced because of that. So
I hate everything that she said right now.
I'm saying like, you know, but that is just, again, it's right before the movie that's coming out where we see Captain America again, and it's, oh, he's like, you know, he and Peggy have a son, they're happily married, blah 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 blah. Oh, it's just been a raging disappointment, you know, one after another, basically, with them. Like, people want, like, you're telling me that people want to see that.
Yeah,
I want to see that. Not after like Cap decided to go back in time to live his life with her.
She couldn't be like, it's what they both always wanted. They now have a child. Well, you know, she could have said something like that, but no, it's just like, what does it look like? I'd be so bored.
Yeah, I was like, we're so bored. We don't talk to each other. We eat, like, we don't talk at dinner. You know,
so boring.
I popped out a kid, but I wish I was like, you know, I wish I wasn't a housewife. But like, you know, it's like people don't want to see that. I'm not necessarily saying
Cap is like
Captain
America. You know, like Steve Rogers is the most wholesome of the Avengers.
He's
literally he still holds those old values. It's what you love about him.
He's the equivalent.
She should have those values Superman. As well. She's from the same time period.
Boy Scout of America. He is the boy. He's like Superman in a way, where he's the Boy Scout. Like, he is the Boy Scouts of Marvel, essentially. So, you know, before the whole stupid Hydra shit in the comics, basically. Like, when you thought of Captain America, you thought, you know, like, you know, he was like the face of America, basically. Kind of like Superman is like, you know, truth, justice, and the American way. So, that's Captain America for Marvel. But anyway, I gotta get to my bookmarks. Yeah. So I have like one tab open, so you can just like look at the image.
Did you see what Kevin Feige said about Doomsday or about Doctor Doom?
No. Like, while you bring that up, I'm just gonna share it.
Because a lot of people, including myself, like I've said this, that Doctor Doom has had no build up compared to Thanos. Did you see what he said in response to that?
No. Yeah,
okay.
you'll have to
I'll bring up a clip.
Yeah, but this is like basically the schedule. So, like, basically, they're gonna do an encore release of Endgame.
Oh yeah, because it's supposed to now lead into Doomsday.
Yeah,
that's why I was thinking like, oh, okay, it's gonna go from Avengers Endgame to Doomsday. Endgame is like my comfort movie, by the way. I will put that on almost every single night to go to bed. I love like that movie. It's my comfort movie, but it's not like the best movie, honestly. Like, there's a lot of flaws in that movie that I can pick at, but it's my comfort movie. So like, that's why I think that's why a lot of people were like, oh, it's going from Endgame to Doomsday. So what about all the stuff in between Endgame and Doomsday? And that's why like a lot of people were like, oh, maybe, you know, it's gonna be a whole reset because they're skipping all that from.
But then you have Kevin Feige saying there's no hard reset, so it's like, I don't know how this is gonna exactly work. But what's Vision
then
Quest supposed to be? Is that
Vision Quest is going to be like the end of Wanda and Vision. That's the end of their story, apparently.
Okay.
That's it. Whatever's in Vision Quest, like that's it. That's the end of their story, apparently.
All right. Then you have Daredevil Born Again. No, that's continuing. Secret Wars, which is, the next big movie after Doomsday. Then Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
And then Black Panther 3. There was like an announcement that they have like recast T'Challa for the upcoming Black Panther 3. We got a Black Panther 3, but they somehow could not figure out how to make a movie about vampires being hunted by Blade.
Yeah, Kevin Feige said he felt like a loser because he couldn't figure out how to make that happen. This is the announcement for Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Now, I don't mind this casting. Ryan Gosling has grown on me a lot recently.
So I saw a tweet, and you know what? I don't disagree with this tweet. It made me laugh.
Mhm.
I saw this tweet that said Ryan Gosling is now like the go-to person for suffering IPs to try and like give them a second life because he's doing something for Star Wars. He's doing the is it Starfighter? Star Wars Starfighter?
Like I don't know. I don't pay attention.
Yeah, it's and then now he's going into Marvel. I don't like that he's moving. I don't like that he's doing that, but whatever. I think that I think Ryan Gosling is an incredible actor. I think he's really cool. And he's so like likable as a person as well in all the interviews that he does and a lot of promotion stuff. So he's a likable guy. I was like, oh man, he's going into the Marvels universe. He's going into the MCU. Oof. Okay. I don't know. Like right now, I guess. I don't know. I would fine, sure. Sure. In my mind, like the MCU isn't at an all-time high, right? It's not at its peak anymore. So it's very rare that I will see an actor that I actually like join the MCU. And Ryan Gosling is an actor that I actually do like.
Yeah.
And he's joining the MCU and I'm like, oh, that's sure. Okay, fine. I don't mind it. That's cool. He's doing Ghost Rider. His wife was in the Ghost Rider movies with Nicolas Cage.
Well, I'm saying like Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider will always have a special place in my heart. Basically, it's like he is. I love Nicolas Cage, but he is so bad as Ghost Rider. That's like still this casting that works for me basically. But at the same time, it's like it's. I don't think Ryan Gosling is going to save the MCU.
I don't know. I mean, hey, who knows? Who knows? I don't think he's gonna save Star Wars, but
there's no saving that. There's no saving that.
Yeah. I just find it hilarious that like his wife, what is her name? Eva Mendes? Is that Eva Mendes?
Yeah, Eva Mendes.
Yeah. She was in the original Ghost Rider movies. She was in Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage, and now that would be hilarious if she got a cameo.
Ghost Rider,
I would love her. I would love it if she got a cameo in his Ghost Rider movie. I actually would love that.
He's really the only reason, other than like her having a cameo, that I would see the Ghost Rider movie. Like I said, I don't have faith in the MCU. I haven't I haven't watched anything post, like I said, Guardians of the Galaxy. I haven't watched any of these series or anything like that. I lived vicariously through yours and Disbrew's pain regarding the MCU series, basically.
I don't even watch all of it. Yeah.
I know, but I would live vicariously through you guys, basically. So
yeah.
Because I didn't give a shit. But this right here, this at least might bring me back to watch the Ghost Rider movie. Just that, basically. So
yeah, this could be cool. I wouldn't mind that. That could be cool.
Yeah.
There was also that announcement of T'Challa. Hold on, let me find it.
Oh yeah.
Did you see Ryan Reynolds?
Oh, the gray Deadpool or whatever.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not gray. It's all denim.
Oh, I'm saying when I say the gray, basically, he basically kind of crashed. Well, I say crashed. Basically that panel. So, yeah.
Mr. Paul Rudd, where is Thor, and why was he crying?
Where is Thor?
Yes.
And why is Thor crying?
Why was he crying?
He's a Wrexham fan.
Yes.
Did you say he's a Red Sox fan?
No, Mr. Paul Rudd. Where?
I
don't know.
like Ryan Reynolds.
I don't know.
I don't like Ryan Reynolds. The announcement for Black. Oh my gosh, they don't have the casting here, dude. What is going on? I was pulling from G&G. Hold on, I'll find it in my bookmarks. It's in my bookmarks.
I know
do
I have
the
a bookmark
casting
on
announcement
on
for
X for the
to-
announcement.
No, I have it.
Mhm.
For Black Panther 3. If I can find it. This was actually pretty cute. This, you know what? I appreciate this. Hold on. Ryan Reynolds is at Comic-Con supporting the Lantern show, and he's wearing his Green Lantern ring. I can appreciate that. That's actually pretty funny. I can appreciate I appreciate that he showed up doing that.
Yeah. So
where's
at
my
least Hal
bookmark?
Jordan lived in his movie, basically. He's not like from what
I know, right?
Yeah. At least he lived in his movie. So
The new what did you think of the new Lanterns trailer?
it's a trailer. That's what I'm gonna say. That's pretty much what I'm gonna say. It's a trailer. Nothing about it gets me like hyped in any way. I don't want to see a beaten down, depressed Hal Jordan. Basically, I know it's like the rumor is like he dies in the first episode. I don't want to see him depressed or anything like that. I don't want to see. I don't know what it is about take like the trope of what it is. This is rhetorical chats, but taking the old guard, all right, and rather than have it the old guard organically pass the torch to whatever new characters are coming in to kind of take over whatever IP it is, basically, because the old guard can't exactly stay within the IP like for its longevity, especially if it's like a long-standing IP, basically like that. But they always want to beat down, like break the in terms the characters, the original characters, to the point where they're miserable and you're miserable watching them. I don't want to see Hal Jordan like that. Like, I don't know what at least Cobra Kai. Say what you will about how good Cobra Kai is. That's all subjective. But at least that series, all right, it passed the torch without at all, doing any really disservice to the original characters with especially with Johnny. It was actually Johnny's redemption arc, if you think about it. Not yet. We'll be talking about Sandro. Anyway, I'm just saying. So yeah, so now we have the casting for Black Panther 3. So
I can't find. Is it this? I think it's this. Hold on, because I wanted to. I remember there was. I remember Kyle Chandler was talking about lanterns, and I was like, I don't like it. But before that, this is the reveal of David Johnson as the next Black Panther.
I want to say thank you so much. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you to this amazing family that I have the honor and the privilege and the blessing.
So he is going David Johnson. He is T'Challa's son. He's going to be playing T'Challa's son. He's taking up the mantle of the Black Panther. I think it was. Let me get rid of this.
Where has his son been the entire time? Because from what I could tell, I don't recall seeing that as part of Black Panther 2. Because didn't Shuri take over as Black Panther in the second one?
What?
I'm just wondering where the son has been this entire time.
I don't recall. I never saw the newest Black Panther movie, so I have no idea.
I'm just saying, but I never heard anything as far as the plot wise that there was any
There is a son. Yes,
There.
he does have a son.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I know
Maybe
that
the-
he has a son, and the son was introduced. I didn't see that movie, so I don't know how.
I just want to make sure because I didn't see it, and I was like, I don't know. Like, okay, so his son was on post credit scene part 2. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
he does have a son in the MCU canonically. He does have a son. Yes.
Okay. Just making
I
sure.
never watched that movie, so I don't know.
Just because I didn't know. I'm only asking just because I didn't know.
Oh, Kyle Chandler. He's talking about the Green Lantern suit here, but in talking about the suit, he's also talking about Hal Jordan
Mm-hmm.
and why it's a suit that suits him.
Oh God.
And I don't like what he says.
The costumes were awesome. I loved my costume. As soon as I got it on, boom.
Can you hear him?
Yeah.
It's kind of low. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a little low, but I can hear.
Yeah, it's as loud as it goes.
Mm-hmm.
I fit into it. I was dirty. I was disheveled. It fit the whole character right off.
Dirty and disheveled.
I don't want to see Hal Jordan dirty, like, and maybe after a fight, but not like miserable old man Hal Jordan. Basically, no.
That's what he said.
Dirty and
He's like,
disheveled.
I'm dirty and disheveled, and it fits my character.
Yeah.
And I think was it the director or the costume? Someone else came out and said like, we wanted the suit to have like this disheveled look, and it's like that's not how that works. That's not how their suits work. Like no.
Oh, like I'm with DS Eagles. I want to see Hal Jordan in his prime.
Yeah.
Like
We're not gonna do that. He's gonna die.
Yeah, no, we don't get that luxury of like seeing our actual hero. I mean, I have nothing against Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart is a good character, in the comics. I don't know how they're going to portray him in this series, but like for most people who grew up with the Green Lantern series, comic book series, like my dad, like his Green Lantern was Hal Jordan, basically. So for this to happen. Like Hal Jordan, like wasn't he the OG basically? The OG, like when I say OG Green Lantern, I mean like of the humans. The OG Green Lantern, like of the humans, basically. Like he was the OG. And this is how this is how they're doing him.
Yeah.
So
hold on, wait, we gotta finish.
That you can smell the alcohol on him. You can, cigar smoke, and off he was doing his stuff. That's how I was thinking about it.
100%.
no, we don't want
the alcohol. He's an alcoholic.
He's a drunk. He's a drunk.
He's disgusting. He doesn't shower. He doesn't shave. He's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
And the suit fits that guy.
Yeah.
It's perfect for him.
And I think, there's only so much you can do in pre-production. There's only so much immersion and
You know that Jon Stewart is going to live. He's already going to be in Man of Tomorrow, so I mean, he's going to live.
Yeah.
But that he is the Green Lantern moving forward, just based on how Aaron Pierre is dressed. Like he is head to toe in Green Lantern. Even his shoes. His shoes say APJS on them. Aaron Pierre, Jon Stewart. They have the initials of him and his character on his shoes. Head to toe in Green Lantern. Meanwhile, Kyle Chandler is just like,
oh my God. This is the DCU. This is the DCU. So
there's only so much you can do in pre-production. There's only so much immersion and just embracing that you can do before actually arriving onto set. And I think, once you get the boots on, the pants on, the jacket on, all of a sudden you become what you've been aspiring to become for the purposes of the series. And it was a great feeling. And, big shout out to our department responsible for that.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. I wasn't exactly entirely paying attention to what he was saying, but it just seemed like so many words to amount to nothing.
he's just saying there's only so much that we can do to prepare for like the immersion, but the suits help. That's pretty much. And he's saying like shout out to the costume department.
They are equally as much a part of the success of what we created as any of us sitting here today.
And how cool that suit looks. That's the coolest suit I've seen. I mean, Batman's got nothing on it.
He's not even talking about his own suit, by the way. He's talking
that doesn't
about
appropriate like the pause.
he's talking about Jon Stewart's suit.
Yeah.
He's not even talking about his own because his suit sucks and he knows it.
Yeah.
He's like, my suit's for a fucking alcoholic. His suit is awesome. Batman's got nothing on us. Someone get these.
Like, Batman's got nothing on us. You mean the Batman?
Someone get these beggars out of here.
Batman who has files on each of the Justice League members on how to take them down if they go rogue. That same Batman has nothing on you?
Batman.
That same Batman?
That same Batman.
Okay, Chief. Yeah, he's got nothing on you.
Like, I didn't mind the second trailer for Lanterns, but at the same time, I'm just like, dirty ass, disheveled, doesn't wash his hair, doesn't wash himself. Reeks of alcohol.
He's the modern man, Phil. He's the modern man. Apparently.
Oh, is he wearing makeup?
He might have had something to make his eye. Sometimes.
Oh, his eyes. Yeah, it looks like
stand out.
Yeah. Maybe.
So
maybe possibly could be wearing makeup. But Kevin Feige. Hold on, we have Kevin Feige. Because this is a criticism that I've talked about in regards to Doctor Doom, where how I was like, there's just been no build up to this character.
Nothing. Like, he's basically just came out of nowhere. Granted, the Fantastic Four movie came out, so the kind of like the assumption would be going towards Doctor Doom, but at the same time, it's like, again, he just shows up. Just shows up. That's it. At least Thanos had a build up to him.
But not according to Kevin Feige, though. Whoops, wrong thing. The Thanos build up has built up in people's heads over the years. Let's hear it from him. Hold on, wait. Let's hear it from him.
Well, I will say, I do think, I was just saying to somebody else, that the Thanos buildup has built up in people's heads over the years.
I have to admit
he sat on a chair at the end. He pulled the gauntlet out and said, "I'll do it myself."
Yep.
And he yelled at Ronan on a video screen briefly.
Sure did.
And that was kind of it. And I remember
it was still a build up,
making fun of Thanos for just sitting in a chair, and all he does is sit on a chair. And there was a Twitter feed at the time about him updating every day, updating. I'm still sitting in my chair. I'm still sitting. It was more clever than that, but it was funny. And when we got to Infinity War, we said, this is really the introduction of Thanos to people. That's really what we're doing. That's how that movie was built.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing with Doom. That is the Doomsday is a introduction and the story of Doom. You peel the onion, you learn things about him as you go, and it is very much meant for audiences that know and love him from the comics, and audiences who have no clue who he is.
He's literally describing building something up.
Yeah, Thanos has always been sort of like looming in the background. It's this thing that's been looming. It's something that even Tony Stark is like, something is coming. I just know something's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Stark understands there's like this thing coming, this thing that's looming. He doesn't know what it is. It ends up being Thanos. He's like, this is what we've been preparing for. This is it. This is it. Like, he knows that something is looming in the background. Yeah, he might be sitting in a chair. He might have Loki doing his bidding for him. He might have the other guy that he talked about, Ronan, right? But it's still Thanos. He's looming somewhere in the background, Yeah,
he's the puppet master. He basically he's the puppet master. He's like pulling
the puppet master.
Yeah, he's pulling.
So fans know that something will eventually happen with this character.
Yeah.
It is building to something. Thanos is always in the background. There's something that is going to happen with that character. Compare that to Doctor Doom. And there is no build up. It's not built up in people's heads. It's not like people were saying, oh, dude, what if it's like guessing, not having those cameos, not having anything like that happen, right? People just guessing that it's Thanos doing it in the background. People guessing that in those movies. Or maybe Loki's doing this because Thanos is making him. Maybe Loki's, that would be something that is built up in people's heads. Not, we're going to show you this character in multiple, we're going to show you this character multiple times, so you know he's a threat in the background, and it's leading to an interaction with Thanos, a fight against Thanos and his army. So that's not something that's built up in people's heads. Yeah, there's memes that he's sitting in a chair, but there's memes about a lot of things, right? There's memes about a lot of things. That doesn't mean that people aren't taking that threat seriously. That doesn't mean that that threat isn't there.
Sorry, I keep coughing. No, but the only way that there would have been any just build up in people's heads is if they had done they had sprinkled Thanos here and there in the movies, and then nothing ever amounted to anything. Basically, that's it. Then you could say, yeah, people built it up in their heads because nothing happened. But this is when at least Marvel relatively cared about giving people what they were expecting with the movies, and basically here and there seeing Thanos. Like he brought up the glove. Like literally that was a big moment for most people, basically. That little section, that little part, the little end credit scene where Thanos puts the glove on and says, you basically had to do it myself. I mean, I know that's not the line basically, but when he does that, the audience knows shit's going to happen. Because literally you have Thanos saying, I'm going to have to do it myself. Which means he's going to be stepping in at some point to take care of business. That's not building it. That's not people building it up in their heads. That's you planting the seeds for people to get that hype for when you build up to Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah. I mean, you had that whole scene of what's his face, of Tony Stark. The Scarlet Witch puts that thing in his head, and he wants to build a shield around the entire world.
Yeah.
Because he knows that something is looming. He knows that something is coming. He just doesn't know that something is Thanos.
Yeah.
That was like the whole thing. That was the whole conflict between him and Steve.
Yeah. So it's I want to ask Kevin Feige, did you watch the movies you helped make that you produced? Did you watch those movies at all? I'm just wondering.
Or at
I'm
least
just wondering,
that was part of the conflict between him and Steve.
Well, I'm just saying, it's like I'm just watching him, did you watch those movies? Because I remember, maybe not clearly, because I was more of a DC fan. I'm more of a DC fan than Marvel, but I'm looking at this, going, I can remember those end credit scenes. I can remember people going crazy when those end credit scenes happened, because you have Thanos, he's a big bad, and you built it up with those each little nuggets here and there throughout phase 1, phase 2, and then you get into phase 3, and holy shit, now it's like a fight literally for their lives.
Kang was built up in Ant-Man. No, he was introduced in Loki. He was defeated in Ant-Man.
Yeah, that was a very short-lived big bad.
He was defeated.
He was supposed to be the one taking over for Thanos as the big bad, and then the whole shit happened with the actor. I'm not going to go into the details. Basically,
but still, it was like, how big of a threat are you when Ant-Man can beat you?
Yeah, I know.
Ant-Man.
Oh my god! So, and he was the original. Bad.
I want to show you something, Mara, because I remember you and me having discussions about this.
If Cap got sent to another dimension before he could grow old, he still has a shield, correct? He would, because didn't he give Falcon his shield when he was old, basically? So yeah, I guess he would technically still have his shield at that point if he went before he grew old. Yeah, I know.
Ant-Man didn't defeat him. Ants did. That's right. I forgot about that. I forgot about that whole movie. That whole movie was terrible.
I love how remember that whole spiel where it's the whole it was socialism or something with the ants or something, and I'm like, you do realize they are a matriarchy, right? It's a queen, not a king, basically.
I'm not saying socialism is a bad thing.
Yeah, I was just saying, but it's they don't. Did they study?
Oh
ants?
My god, I forgot about the big head, the floating head. What is his
that
name?
One?
Don't be a dick. What is his name? I can't remember his name anymore.
I don't know.
I forgot his. I blocked that out of my mind.
Too. Yeah, I just remember. I can just picture it, but I can't remember anything.
Modoc. You know when the guys over at at EFAP were breaking down Ant-Man and Quantumania, they all had like different awful pictures of Modoc as their avatars. It was so funny. It was so funny. Oh my god. Anyways, Mara, we were talking about this the other day because you didn't like that they're doing Scrooge, and I don't think that you said I believe you said that you didn't like Johnny Depp.
I wasn't wild about
as
the
playing
casting.
Ebenezer.
Yeah, as playing Ebenezer. Did you see the
Yeah.
tagline for the movie?
No.
Before he was Scrooge, he was Ebenezer. So before he was his fucking last name, he was his first name. Is that what you're saying? That's the dumbest tagline.
Look, Mara, he was at Comic-Con in full out. I love when Johnny Depp does this type of stuff. Like, I love when he does it with his Jack Sparrow all the time. Now he did it as Ebenezer. Mara hates it.
Hold on.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge!
And a Happy New Year!
See, what worries me,
Ebenezer.
as much as I love Johnny Depp, I mean, I love him as an actor, don't get me wrong when I say this, all right? What worries me is that he tends to play characters like this as caricatures, not characters.
Yeah.
So that's what
he's a
concerns
character
me.
actor.
Yeah, but Scrooge is not a character actor kind of character. Exactly.
So you have so much spare time. Why do this? Good day. Good day to you, Mr. Scrooge. Yes, indeed. What's so pleasant about that?
There's a scene there's a part where he goes, I think it's this part where he's looking at all these people because they're dressed up as different characters that he's played in the past. So I think one is dressed up as the Mad Hatter, the other one is Jack Sparrow,
Okay.
and another one is Edward Scissorhands. There's an Edward Scissorhands too. I want to watch this. We're gonna watch it.
I've seen the trailer.
You've seen the trailer? Okay. Yeah. I didn't pay any attention to the trailer because I wanted to watch it with you.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I will still give my opinion about it, so.
Okay.
One thing I'll say right off the bat, the setting I will say looks good because Victorian London was grimy. Was basically grimy, so it's like there's like the uncleanliness to it. I'm appreciating at least in that respect. So
D.S. Siegel says Steph likes torture.
Yes.
Who's the director of this film?
Ty West. It's in Ty West.
Okay.
See, this part here, nothing like that was in the book. So I'm like wondering what are you doing here? Like the only thing I can see, like as far as plot that like this is like a where it takes place 7 years prior to the events because Jacob Marley passed away 7 years prior to the events of Christmas Carol. So, and this looks like, doesn't look like, it's in any way, like, he's dressed like day wear, not night wear. So this is like not a Ghost of Christmas past or present or future situation, basically. So I'm wondering what this is supposed to be.
He looks like he's in a robe though.
No, that's his.
I know he's wearing his hat, but I thought he was in a robe there.
Yeah, but when you see him next, basically he's wearing a nightcap. So generally, whenever he's taken by the spirits, he's in his nightcap, not his top hat.
It's good to be back.
See, that's what he got the outfit.
To Uncle Scrooge.
To Uncle Scrooge.
See, I find that weird that she's saying to Uncle Scrooge and not his nephew Fred.
Yeah.
To Uncle Scrooge.
I'm just happy that she's got work. You know? It's
I'm
not the
saying,
cleaner.
She's not a bad actress. She just, but like, I'm just saying, like, it kind of grates at me because that should be his nephew Fred saying that, because Fred has been the one trying to get Scrooge to come to Christmas dinner, like, for years, and you have her saying it and not him.
Well, when is this taking place?
This he
because
okay,
it could be
play.
in two different things.
Press play.
Scrooge.
To Uncle Scrooge.
He's standing over her. And see that guy in the back that looks like a race swapped Ghost of Christmas Presents?
Oh my god, I didn't even know.
Yeah. That's at
Christmas. Okay, that's at their dinner.
That's the Christmas present scene.
That's at their little party.
Yeah. So that's why it's not like a major criticism or anything like that. It just grates me that I'm not seeing Fred say that, because Fred is like the crucial character too.
Well, you don't know, he might be saying something and then she's the one that's like, to Uncle Scrooge. He might be saying something about.
Well, he might say it, but show that in the trailer. Show it. It's like nephew Fred. That's the real connection to Scrooge, not what I'm assuming is like Fred's wife that she's playing. So that's just a little grates at me a little bit. Anyway, all right. I'm just saying.
I'm not too upset about it.
So I love the story, and I've seen every
That looks awesome, though. That looks cool. I like the Christmas Past.
Like they're going with the female look for Ghost of Christmas Past, because Ghost of Christmas Past is basically supposed to be like so androgynous that you can't tell what sex it is. So
I like Christmas Past look. I think it looks good.
Mr. Scrooge.
Is he playing Bob Marley?
It's Jacob Marley.
Jacob Marley?
Not Bob Marley, the reggae musician, basically.
Oh, Jacob Marley. Okay, sorry, my bad.
That's Bob Cratchit.
Bob Cratchit. I was getting the two mixed up, okay? I was thinking Marley and Bob. Bob Cratchit.
Yeah, man, you gotta
get Bob Marley stuff. See, we have Jacob Marley and Bob Cratchit.
Yes,
I mixed their names together. Okay,
yeah,
all right. I meant Bob Cratchit. Is he playing Bob Cratchit?
I'm assuming. I gotta look it up, but like just based on the trailer, it looks like he's playing Bob Cratchit.
Because I didn't look up who all these actors are playing. I'm just assuming that he's playing Bob Cratchit, or he's one of the people coming in to ask for money.
Well, did he say he said Mr. Scrooge? So yeah, so that would be Bob Cratchit, because I would assume Fred would say Uncle Ebenezer. So not Mr. Scrooge.
Is that Ron from Harry Potter? Yes. Oh, he is. Okay, Michael says yes. Yes.
Oh,
okay, he is. He's playing Bob Cratchit.
All right, and that just looks so bad. I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
I don't think it does.
Look at him.
I think he looks creepy as hell.
Are his ears pointed? What the hell is that?
That's his hair.
Look at what's sticking out. Looks like he has elf ears.
It looks like his hair.
But
I think that looks creepy. I'm
no, the effects don't look good. The only way I can excuse his mouth being open like that is that you've seen George C. Scott's Christmas Carol, right? Please tell me you have.
Hold on, let me look it up.
1984 George C. Scott Christmas Carol.
Hold on. No, I haven't seen that one.
Anyway, okay. All right, there's a part
here's the ones that I've seen. I've seen A Muppet Christmas Carol.
Okay, I love that one.
And the really, really, really old black and white one.
There's actually at least 3 older black and white ones. But so you're talking about the Alistair Sim one, I'm assuming.
Hold on, let me look and see which one it is. It is the Alistair Sim one.
Okay, so there's actually 3 older than that, I believe, but I've seen the Alistair Sim one. But there's a part in the George C. Scott one where Jacob Marley takes the cloth, because like he has cloth tied up over his so it's tied over his head like this, and he removes it, and his mouth drops down because in the Victorian era time they would do that to keep the mouth shut when the person died.
Oh, well, he has something in his hand, so maybe that's what
I'm saying. Like that's the only way that I would accept if he does that, where he removes the cloth and goes and his mouth drops open, like Jacob Marley's did in the George C. Scott one. I will accept that because that would be kind of accurate to what they did back then with corpses. It would be shorter than what she hasn't seen. So
I haven't seen the one that Mara is talking about because my mom's favorite Christmas Carol movie is the one with Alistair. What is his name?
Alistair Sim.
Alistair Sim. That's her favorite one. So that's the one that she puts on every year. So like I grew up with that one. And then I like him.
You can tell her mom, no disrespect, love you and all that, but I don't like the Alistair Sim one that much.
My mom loves that one.
I know. They spend way too much time on the Ghost of Christmas Past. So I'm like, okay, I get it. He used to be good. Move on. Anyway, go ahead with the trailer. That I did like. That I do like, where she's like, wiping the tear because Scrooge was abandoned by his father basically at that school.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that I appreciate. That looks, with the exception of the hand, all right? With the exception of the hand, because it looks like, I'm guessing they're going for bone, but it's still like, make it more
pale.
bone-like.
It's very pale.
It's very
pale and
yeah,
dead.
But
the
make
fingers
it like
need to be longer and more.
I'm saying make it
creepy.
more bone-like, basically, if it's going to stand out against that costume. But that looks decent, at least in terms of like the robe and stuff. And I like that you can't see his face because it's the Ghost of Christmas Future, so you can't see what he looks like. So.
Let go of me!
Are they trying to go for a Member Berry's allusion to his character in Nightmare on Elm Street? Never mind. If you haven't seen Nightmare on Elm Street, if you've seen people who've seen it know what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
I say to you, sir, Merry Humbug! Merry Christmas! Humbug! And a Happy New Year! Humbug!
Merry Christmas.
I like it. I like it.
Go back to the scene where he says humbug 3 times. That's the part where it's like where I'm worried that it's going to be more of a caricature than a character.
I say to you, sir, Merry Humbug! Merry Christmas! Humbug! And a Happy New Year! Humbug!
I'm sorry, this comes across more of a character. I mean, I'm saying I'm not going to like totally just write it off, basically. But there's things in there that are just off-putting to me, basically. Because I've read the story.
It's a different Christmas Carol movie.
Yeah,
There's plenty of them.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm going off of like the story too, so not just like the adaptations, basically. So I've read the story multiple times. I've watched nearly every adaptation of A Christmas Carol, basically. So I'm going off of like everything that I've like seen and read, and it's just for me, it's like, hey, you can love the trailer. I'm not trying to say like you can't love the trailer or anything like that. I'm just saying there's things about it that's kind of off-putting a little bit to me. So, and that's another thing. Why the fuck are you releasing it in November and not Christmas time? Why? Like
probably because there's a lot of like heavy hitters coming out in December, so November is
or late
a better time for them.
Or at least make it late November, not mid-November.
Hey, you know what? Stores put out all of their Christmas shit in like October.
No, I'm not saying Christmas stuff. I'm just saying get it as close as you can to December because it's a fucking Christmas Carol.
Yeah, and then you have
November 13th.
And then it goes on streaming in December.
You have that much hope for it, huh?
I don't know. It'll go on streaming in December.
So
yeah, exactly. All November it'll be in theaters, and then it'll go on streaming for Christmas.
Yes, that's like that's just that's just like says it's like just like such a good movie. Like only in the theaters for a month and then right straight to streaming.
It's a Christmas movie. I don't expect
Yeah.
it to be in theaters for like 3 months or anything like that.
No, but it should be in long enough to actually make some type of profit. So we'll see.
I'm not like this is going to be $1 billion film.
No,
I have no faith in this movie making any money at all. I really do think that it'll be in theaters for a month and move to streaming in December. I 100% think that.
People will see it because of Johnny Depp, but it's A Christmas Carol, so it's like that story is not exactly, I would say, a draw for people.
I'm not under any delusion that this movie is going to be like, oh my god, so profitable.
Yeah,
or anything like that.
So, but when you have a movie, also like I don't know. Again, I'm saying I don't know why they released Santa Claus in November either. Basically, when you have a movie that's literally has Christmas in the title, and you release it 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, roughly. Yeah, I'm just saying. Maybe end of November. So
I'm pretty sure I saw Halloween stuff in stores.
I haven't seen
last week.
So yeah, I haven't seen Halloween stuff just yet, basically. But Spirit Halloween is opening up near me, so that'll be soon.
Yeah, I saw like Halloween stuff in the store. I don't think that people.
Anyway, all right, so we're gonna kind of wrap it up here, basically. So it's like they said, it's gonna keep it on the shorter side. If you absolutely need to know my thoughts on the Rings of Power news that has dropped, basically, did you see that Rings of Power is releasing like 4 episodes the first week?
No.
4 episodes the first week, 2 the second week, and 2 the third week. They don't even have the guts to stretch it out for like nearly the 8 weeks.
They want that watch time. That's
yeah, they want that watch time.
They want that watch time.
So 3 weeks. 3
Let's
weeks.
see if anybody makes it to episode 4.
Yeah. So like, unless anything changes, if that news is true, they're dropping all the episodes pretty much in 3 weeks. Because they need that binge watch time as much as possible, so they can say, "Look, people still like the show."
Are you gonna do watch party?
Fuck no. No. I'm already like I'm surprised honestly that I haven't developed a drinking problem because of that series. And also Jamie Bauer, basically, who played Vecna in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
He was cast. It's been revealed as Celeborn, basically.
Yes, I know this. Look at this, Mara. This will make you happy. This was shared with me today.
That's what I also going to say. Like, he's a decent actor, but they cast a femboy as Celeborn. And also, like, Bowers, like, teased a romance with Galadriel, basically. If you follow me on X, you know like what my thoughts are on that, basically. But Celeborn is her fucking husband. By this point in the timeline, they are married and have a daughter. But no, it's going to tease a romance between him and Galadriel. Fuck you, Amazon. Anyway, before I give my outro, Steph, let everybody know where they can find you and all that fun stuff.
YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. That's where you can find me. I'll be doing a Lego build sometime this week. Probably on either Monday or Thursday. No, Tuesday or Thursday.
Okay. And as for me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back in school, basically. So Mondays and Tuesdays are my live lectures. I cannot stream in the evening. And this week, the only days I will essentially be able to stream will be Wednesday. And normally I would stream Friday, but they're doing a watch party of Jaws on the Gronking Discord at 7. So I'm going to be watching that, basically. Watching the first Jaws movie. So I don't know if that's the first time Mazza will have watched Jaws or not. I don't know. But I'll be watching Jaws Friday. So what I'm going to try to do is do like a longish type gaming stream Saturday. And I'm playing Pal World. So I've been trying to hold off fighting any bosses or anything like that offline. All right. Well, we gotta fucking wait for the Rings of Power to drop. People don't care about the news. Barely any news is dropped. So whenever the Rings of Power finally does drop, I will be at least doing live stream breakdowns of the episodes, basically. Anthony wants to know, have you seen Jaws?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen all of them.
Yeah. even
the Meg movies.
Yeah. Same here.
I love shark movies.
Yeah, SummerSlam is Saturdays, but the gaming stream is going to be early on Saturdays. So basically like early afternoon time frame Saturday, doing a longest stream, and then be done in time for SummerSlam, basically, or if I can. So, but definitely streaming Wednesday. So anyway, so for that, ladies and gentlemen, we end Talk Nerdy, and we'll be back on her channel, and if anything changes, next week to talk more nerdy news. And then what else? That's it. Basically, I don't have a lot going on because of schoolwork and everything. And then I gotta basically don't have much time for doing any type of gaming streams. But I'm gonna try Wednesday. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna try at least on the early side Saturday for Pal World streams. So anyway, take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day or evening wherever you are in the world, and we will see you all next Sunday on her channel. Yeah, or Talk Nerdy to Us. Take care. Peace.
Look at her blowhole. She has a fucking blowhole. What is that?
She's a glory hole in her head.
I can't do anything until the actual police get there.
So I'm like, what are you? Even I was like, what are you? So stupid. If you're a bigot, if you don't find this appealing.
Oh man, then I'm a fucking bigot. I'm 100% because this is disgusting.
Right here, proud bigot, right here.
I need to calm down. I think.
Okay, I'm entertaining the chat.
I enjoy King Shark. I found it cute and adorable.
Which are words you shouldn't be associating with King Shark. I'm sorry. I'm like literally messaging.
Oh. It lasted a little bit long. This stream went on a little too long for Mara's internet. I don't care now. Oh my god, what is this? What happened? I've taken over somebody's studio. And you know what? I'm a little upset. I'm not upset. I'm not upset at all.
All right, well, I'm a little upset, but I'm not upset. I'm
not upset.
You rampant slag.
He listens to metal.
Oh, I really insulted him.
Yeah, you did that.
Fantastic Beast rhymes. Fantastic. Jesus, fuck, I can't talk right now. What do you think they do at the Ministry of Magic?
I'm just saying, you're saying it's been a perfect system for 1,000 years.
It hasn't been a perfect system. That's why I'm telling you they have departments in place for anything that were to happen. There's like this place that's like a drive-through daiquiri place. I drove through it.
When she says drove through it, she means the actual drive-through, not the building.
They have like 20-ounce drinks and then 32 ounces. I was like, you know what? Give me the 32 ounce. It is huge.
That's what 32 ounces is. 32 ounces is like 4 glasses.
I didn't realize. Hi, I'm Jason.
Oh my god.
And this is Momoa.
I imagine you did laugh way too hard and too long at this.
Mara is my ride or die. I love Mara.
I absolutely love that intro.
What?
Oh my god. Oh my god, that was close. Mara. Oh no! What is that?
Oh my god, are you okay?
Mara, what channel is the stream on?
Mine!
You rampant slag.